and welcome to Prudent Media. My name is SachinChatte and on this program we take a look at the latest releases. This week we will take a look at the much awaited film Mission Impossible 7. If there is one franchise that has consistently delivered the goods, it is Mission Impossible. Since it became a film franchise from a television show back in 1996, it has also attracted some of the best talents in the industry at the helm of affairs. Brian De Palma directed the first film, followed by John Woo, J.J. Abrams, Brad Bird, and then the last three films have been taken over by Christopher McQuarrie, who has raised the bar set by his predecessors, especially when it comes to the action and the overall tone of the film. McQuarrie's belief seems to be in the good old-fashioned way of storytelling. Keep certain things simple, don't make the weak links too obvious, and drive home the strengths. After all, there is no better place for suspension of disbelief than a cinema hall. Dead Reckoning Part 1 reminded me of the great times we've had in the theatre while watching spectacular films in the past, like the Bond flicks for example. McQuarrie and Tom Cruise, who also teamed up last year for Top Gun Maverick, which McQuarrie co-wrote, they know how to craft a film. Cruise may not look like an action hero but has become the most bankable action star today. And with his inclination to do mind-boggling stunts himself, he lends so much credibility to the scenes that it is hard to tell which one was shot in front of a green screen. More than once, Dead Reckoning takes you back to De Palma's film, reminding us about how he and his other pals got involved with IMF, that's the Impossible Mission Force. The two parts of this film are supposed to be a send-off for Ethan Hunt's, that's Tom Cruise's character. The other character of Eugene Kittredge, played by Henry Czerny, who recruited Ethan to IMF, also returns after 25 odd years. Dead Reckoning opens with a Russian submarine that had the most deadly weapon known to mankind, and the submarine itself cannot be tracked. After the exciting opening action sequence followed by the credits that always pack a punch, Ethan is asked to retrieve the two keys that were lost with the submarine. Gradually we learn that the villain is an artificial intelligence named the Entity who wants to, what else, but take over the world. Ethan's friends and team members, that's Benji played by Simon Pegg and Luther played by Ving Rhames, are by his side as we cut straight to the chase. Ilsa, played by Rebecca Ferguson, who has been there in the last three films, also joins them. Additionally, there is Grace, played by Hayley Atwell, a con woman and a thief who has part of the puzzle but has no clue what she is getting herself into, and Gabriel, played by Isai Morales, who has an agenda of this own. So these are the primary characters in the film. Right from the opening sequence to the shootout in the desert, followed by the action at Dubai airport, a car chase in Rome, including a car running on the city's iconic Spanish steps with a disclaimer about it in the end, then there's the bike stunt in Norway where Cruise rode off a very high mountain cliff on a bike, and the climax on and in a train. The action in Dead Reckoning is absolutely top-notch. The death-defying bike stunt was reportedly filmed on the first day of shooting, fearing the worst in case something happened to Tom Cruise. The bosses at Marvel, and particularly the Fast and Furious franchise, should take notes on how to craft an engaging action sequence. We have seen car chases and train fights aplenty, yet Mission Impossible manages to keep you glued to the screen and on the edge of your seat. The train sequence, in fact, would have made Buster Keaton proud. He performed some of the most daring stunts in The General, which was released back in 1926. At 163 minutes, Dead Reckoning is not only all about action. It gives a breather every now and then before shifting gears. The triumph of the film lies in packaging a simple story into such an engaging film. The star of the show is of course Tom Cruise, who seems to be getting better with every outing, and this is his best so far. From being a tough guy to someone who has to make choices that leave him vulnerable, he is absolutely terrific. A special mention should also be made of Hayley Atwell, who is new to the franchise. All said and seen, watching this film is a mission that you must accept. I'm going to go with 4 out of 5 stars for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Well, that's what I thought of the new Mission Impossible film. Let us know what you think. Do write into us. Our address is features@prudentmedia.in. And I'll be back with you next week with yet another much awaited film, Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. Till then, it's goodbye from me.